on when can you say that the fruition of How Strong and branding, and besides like your childhood, I always knew like you always probably knew growing up you had this vision, but when that vision had like clarity and then you created the How Strong brand and then you kind of transition and seeing, okay, well, like this is what could happen in the future if I plant my seed now, cultivate this, water the seed each and every single day with my own efforts, and I'm going to reap the benefits of the harvest one day. And so when did that vision really come into perspective? Was it 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago when you came out with Team How Strong? When did that first come to fruition?
I would say How Strong came before I even started having the mental space that I do now in regards to what I want to do and where I plan to go, because How Strong was essentially created when I was a part of a different powerlifting team, and I brought my friends onto that, and there was a little bit of a falling out at the time that has since been mended, grateful for, but there's a falling out that essentially motivated me to create my own thing, and I just named it How Strong. It's pretty much just as simple as that. Then, once I started, promoting things on social media, seeing the power of marketing, and not that I necessarily knew that I was doing, but I was blessed enough to have people that were interested in my journey, I started to see what could actually come of the brand in particular, to where people started wanting to wear shirts, offer to pay for shirts. I was in no place to take payment for shirts, so I just gave out a lot of stuff for free, as you know. And then that's where I started learning the lessons of, who's really there to support you and whatnot, because to the last conversation, it's very appealing to be around myself or whoever when I'm tossing out shirts left and right, and I'm giving workout advice left and right, and I'm there for everybody when they're going through crap in life. But as soon as I'm like, hey, I'm gonna take away for a little bit and do something for myself, a lot of those people now I haven't talked to in years, to be honest with you. And some of that is my own choosing, but other parts of it, no, it's more so like, the people that I was around haven't necessarily made an effort to be around me. So I would say that in that process, though, to answer your original question, I remember I was in class in college at one point, and probably due to my lack of motivation at ASU and my overall boredom, my creative mind was going while the teacher was giving their lecture. And it popped up to my head that I could take myself or How Strong or both and then really create something for myself that's going to benefit me, my loved ones, my best friends, and be able to make that something that's monetize that for the rest of my life. And so I texted Matt, Irving, and Jake, and I said, hey, like I have this specific vision in regards to How Strong. I'm going to need your guys' help. Are you guys on board with making this nationally, internationally known? Are you guys on board with reaching the top of the world with myself? And every single one of them immediately like, yes, yes, yes. And I don't think even we knew what that specifically meant at the time. All that was to me was them giving me their loyalty, their support to support me in whatever I wanted to do with myself and the brand. And now fast forward 4 or 5 years later, it's much more clear now, training very hard to get a shot with the WWE, having actual potential now, having talked to quite a few people within the WWE, and things are becoming more clear. But it was the support and loyalty of my friends that were there for me regardless of what I wanted to do, even before anything was actually solidified. Everything was just talk in the air at that time. And even when I first met you too, like we were talking about our goals and visions, but nothing was really close to being accomplished. Nothing was really solidified, but we both believed in what we wanted to do and where we wanted to go. And then you fast forward and then here we are. Right. So that's why specifically I'm grateful for those people like yourself, because before there was even any proof of anything working, you guys all believed in my goals and my vision. And then I'm very, very thankful that I've gotten to the point to where I've proven like, yeah, you guys believe in me to this point. Like, yeah, you see, like I told you, but thank you for getting me here. And so that's why when I get to that point, the only thing I do want to do is give back to everybody. Right. To me, that would make my life okay. I could die happy at that point. So.
Absolutely. No, I love that, man. And I'm in a very similar